Deacon John Gribowich has been a teacher, a museum worker, a musician, and a sound technician. He says these are all good things, but it's time to leave them behind. He's ready to make the permanent commitment to the priesthood, a call that he has felt since childhood, but had hesitated to follow.
Especially in today's world, there's so many interesting things to do. There's so many options, and in a lot of ways, it kind of paralyzes any type of decision because of the fact that you want to leave yourself available to try different things. So whenever you think about settling down and getting married or pursuing a vocation like the priesthood, it automatically shuts down tons of options.
But Deacon John says that commitment is not only worth it, it's essential.
What makes us truly human is when we give ourselves to another. The restlessness that we all have is because we usually don't know what we are made to do. And what we're made to do is always to go outside of ourselves, to give ourselves to people. And really that only happens when you say, yes, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do it in this particular way. And that requires a commitment. Augustine had it right. We'll be restless until we rest in the Lord. And to be restless in the Lord means to do particularly the vocation that he calls us to do.
Priests are priests for life. That's what really strikes Deacon Daniel Kingsley as he prepares to be ordained at the end of this month. The commitment really sank in when he had to submit a formal letter to the bishop. The letter requests the sacrament of holy orders, which will make him a priest of the Diocese of Brooklyn.
The phrase that loomed large for me was, until the very last day of my life. Wow, that's pretty stark, so that means when I'm in the ground. I realized in my own family there was death recently, that of my own father, and the idea of a permanent lifelong commitment no longer scares me because my father was married for 25 years to my mother, and what broke them up was obviously death. And that if we're very committed to the other, in the case of the priesthood, committed to God, we're willing to lay down the entirety of our lives, and that will also mean our desires, our wills, our own pleasures, what we seek in this life.
Deacon Daniel freely admits that there have been struggles and doubts, but he was reassured when he asked for the advice of others.
Various friends, Protestants, Catholics, even the atheists told me, Daniel, we've seen you, we know what you're about, and we can't see you doing anything else but the priesthood. Protestants, Catholics, and atheists.
And a priest is exactly what Deacon Daniel will be for the rest of his life. He will be ordained alongside Deacon John and 8 others on June 27th. Reporting for Currents, I'm Katie Breidenbach.